Hello, hello. Want to say thank you so much for joining me. And I have a great topic for today. It is all about objections. Do you find that you offer free consultations and sometimes at the end of the consultation, or maybe early on, you're getting some pushback, you're getting some type of objection, and that objection tends to throw you off? Well, if that happens to you, then it's absolutely normal. But I'm going to say there's also ways to be able to avoid that from happening. So first, I want to be able to share some insights about objections and how to be able to maybe minimize them or even prevent them from happening whatsoever. And I have 5 different tips I'm going to give you about objections. The very first one is do not talk to everybody, because your time is valuable. And when you have an open calendar, anybody can go ahead and schedule time on your calendar. That means that you're going to be talking to some people who don't value you, they don't respect you, or they weren't even looking to engage your services. They simply wanted to go ahead and pick your brain. They wanted a lot of free information, but they were never looking to follow through working with you. So I want you to consider getting choosy about who you meet with. Once again, step number 1 is you are not obligated to talk with everybody. The other thing is, step number 2 is it's possible that you did not communicate your firm's value when meeting with someone. When I talk about that, value from a client's perspective is different than value from your perspective. You want to be able to educate them about how you might be able to help them solve their accounting needs, or what it is that your accounting service can do for them. So that is something to think about, is that they didn't fully see the value of moving forward and working with you. Number 3 is that you may have discussed price too soon. Seriously, I will say that one of the first questions that you might get is, what's your hourly rate? Well, I'm going to say that answering that too soon is not beneficial to them or beneficial to you, but they ask the question and you feel obligated to answer them. However, that is something that is going to eventually work against you. So I'm going to suggest not give them your hourly rate too soon, because you're giving them a price without them fully seeing the value of working with you. What I would suggest instead when they say that is that I'll share my price with you, but I have a couple of questions for you first. So if you're already in the consultation, you can say that if they're asking right off the get-go what your hourly rate is. If they're just calling to meet with you and they want to know what your hourly rate is right off the bat, then what you want to do is say, before we can even discuss that, I'd like to hear more about your business, your needs. I offer a complimentary consultation. Would you like to schedule one? So that is one of the things to be able to do, something to have in your back pocket when the hourly rate question is coming up too soon. Number 4 is that you do finally get an objection, and it's going to be a knee-jerk response on your part. Maybe you get a little defensive, or you respond without thinking, you just work something out. Possibly that as soon as the objection comes up, you take it as confrontation, it feels uncomfortable for you, pushback, and you close down the situation. I want you to be prepared in order for you to no longer be caught off guard. This is where you anticipate that sometimes this is going to come up. You will at times get those price objections. You want to know how to confidently respond to that. That way you can keep the conversation going and really understand what's behind the objection, instead of closing down the conversation or blurting out something which later on you regret. And then number 5 is eliminate objections. Yes, it is absolutely possible to eliminate those objections. That is done by really thinking about what they might be. And then when you're in the enrolling conversation with them, when you're finding out information, you're gathering data, you're asking questions, you might have some questions that actually go ahead and address the price objections, the time objections. I had to talk to my partner objections, whatever the objections might be. You actually have questions built in that remove some of those hot objections for you, so they don't even come up. So that is some things to think about if you find that objections do come up when you're having that initial consult. These are the 5 things, again, for a real quick recap. You're not obligated to talk to everybody. I want you to get choosy about who you speak with. It might be that if there's a price objection or something else, you didn't fully communicate your value. You want to dig in more about what the problem is and see and educate them about how you solve that problem. Number 3 is that they asked about your rates. You gave them the immediate answer, but you gave it too soon before they actually understood the value of your services. Number 4 is, as soon as there's an objection, it feels like pushback. You get defensive and you have a knee-jerk response of either feeling like you need to defend your rates or you close down the conversation. And then the 5th one is, it is possible, an advanced move to eliminate objections altogether. So if you feel that you have room for improvement with your enrolling conversations, you want to become better, not just with the asking questions part, but also with the enrolling them into services and seeing the value of what you offer without having to negotiate on price, then join me on Wednesday. It is a complimentary masterclass, 5 steps to easily enroll premium clients without negotiating your fees. That is on Wednesday, June 8th at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. If you're ready to really master the enrolling conversation, you don't want to negotiate on price any longer, then go to businesssuccesssolution.com/enroll and go ahead, and then you'll get all the details to join me for the masterclass. Once again, it's at businesssuccesssolution.com/enroll to join me for the masterclass on enrolling premium clients easily without negotiating your rates. And also, please go ahead and let me know what is something that resonated with you from this little training today. What was it that affirmed maybe something you're already doing well? What insight you took away? We'd love to hear some feedback, insights from you as to what came up for you or what it is that you feel that you can go ahead and implement. Please go ahead and let me know. I'm so interested in hearing how this is going to be something that can help you raise the bar with what you're doing for your clients and really putting you firmly on the path to your dream accounting firm. Loren Fogelman, showing accounting professionals how to double their income, working half the time.